So it is Monday again. I don't know about you, but for me, the weekends go by so fast. It's like you work all week, you finally reach Friday, you're like, yes, and then before you know it, it's Monday again. But you know what, it's all right, because today we've got a great recipe to start this week. We're talking Spanish garbanzo beans with fried potatoes. This dish hails from the Spanish Canary Islands, where it's known as garbanzas canarias. And let me tell you, it's got so many Spanish flavors to it. It's very easy to make, and it comes together in just 30 minutes, folks. This is a recipe you do not want to miss, because it is that good. Let's begin by grabbing a large fry pan, heating it with a medium heat, and adding in 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is 30 milliliters. At the same time, I'm going to heat another large fry pan with a medium heat, and add in half a cup of extra virgin olive oil, which is 120 milliliters. While our pans are heating with the olive oil, let's get our ingredients ready. I'm going to finely dice half of an onion, roughly chop 4 cloves of garlic, roughly chop 1 red bell pepper, and cut 6 baby new potatoes into slices that are 1/4 inch thick, which is a little over half a centimeter. If you prefer, you can use 1 large potato. Just cut it into slices of the same thickness, 1/4 inch, and then cut each slice into 4 evenly sized pieces. Now we'll move back to the pan that has the 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. It's been heating for about 4 minutes. I'm going to add in the diced onion, the chopped red bell pepper, and the chopped garlic. And start mixing the vegetables around with the olive oil. As you know, I always like to mix this continuously. That way the veggies don't brown too quickly and they all evenly saute. After about 5 minutes and the onion is nice and translucent and the red bell pepper and garlic lightly sauteed, I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which is 2.30 grams, and half a teaspoon of ground cumin, which is 1 gram. And we'll give it a quick mix, that way the spices are evenly coating the vegetables. Then I'm going to add in 1 cup of tomato sauce, which is 225 grams. The tomato sauce that I'm using, I made by finely grating tomatoes, but you can also use canned tomato sauce or even passata. And I'm also going to add in 2 cups of cooked garbanzo beans, which are also known as chickpeas, which is 400 grams. Now the garbanzo beans that I'm using come from a jar, which is the same thing as the canned ones. Very important to add them into a sieve and rinse them under some cold running water before you add them into the pan. That way they can absorb all the flavors in the pan. And I'm going to season everything with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we're going to give this a gentle mix. That way all the ingredients are evenly mixed. And once again, remember to be gentle here. Otherwise, you can easily break those garbanzo beans apart. Once everything is well mixed, I'm going to add in a generous half cup of vegetable broth into the pan, which is 125 milliliters. The broth that I'm using is homemade. You'll find the recipe on how to make it in the iCard above and description box below. We'll also pinch in a 1/4 teaspoon of saffron threads, which is 0.17 grams. You'll find a link where you can get the saffron threads I'm using from Golden Saffron in the description box below as well. And we'll add in 1 bay leaf. And we'll give this one final mix. That way everything's evenly mixed together, and simmer it on a medium heat. While our garbanzo beans are simmering, let's start frying up our potatoes. Let's move back to the other pan that had the half cup of extra virgin olive oil. It's been heating between 12 to 14 minutes, and that olive oil should be nice and hot, but as you can see, it's not smoking, so it hasn't lost any of its beautiful flavor. I'm going to start adding in the slices of potato into the pan. And we're going to fry the potatoes between 12 to 14 minutes or until they end up with a beautiful golden fried color and they're fully cooked through. And you don't have to mix this continuously, but do get into every 2 to 3 minutes. That way all the potatoes are evenly fried. After about 14 minutes and the potatoes have a beautiful golden fried color to them, they should be ready to go. You know, you can always pierce them with a toothpick, and if it easily goes in, they are perfectly cooked. I'm going to start removing the fried potatoes from the pan and transferring them into a dish with some paper towels. Once all the fried potatoes have been removed from the pan, I'm going to season them with some sea salt and set them aside. Alright, let's move back to the pan with the garbanzo beans. This has been simmering for about 15 minutes on a medium heat, and as you can see, the majority of that broth has been absorbed by the garbanzo beans, but there's still a little bit of broth left. At this point, this dish is ready to go. I'm going to remove the pan from the heat, transfer some of the mixture into a serving dish, making sure to drizzle any of the extra broth in the pan over the garbanzos, and then adding in the fried potatoes into the dish. I like to add them in a single layer through the outer rim as it gives it a beautiful presentation. And we'll sprinkle it with some finely chopped parsley. Our Spanish garbanzos with fried potatoes are done. You saw this, easy to make, done in just 30 minutes. Truly a dish that's gonna fill your body with so much goodness. Let's give it a try and see how it tastes. Seriously, you have to say, wow, look how beautiful this turned out. Here we go. It is so good. You have that garbanzo beans mixed in there with those vegetables and the spices for a beautiful explosion of Spanish flavors, and those fried potatoes really take it to the next level. You saw this, very easy to make, comes together in about 30 minutes. Truly one of the most flavorful dishes we've ever done here on Spain on a Fork. Really quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Michael Fenter, Catherine Clark, Maybeth Robles, and Jean. Once again, guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. For the rest of you, if you're not with me on Patreon, consider becoming one, as it really helps with ingredients and equipment to continue making videos like this. You'll find my Patreon link in the description box below and iCard above. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, you know what to do. Smash that subscribe button. Till the next time, hasta luego.